See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Jackie, I know things might look grim right now.
Well, yeah, they do. They do.
But, you know, maybe if we think and pray and vote,
Yeah.
maybe someday soon, we'll all be forced birth born into doorless, windowless rooms. Just these vaults of armed teachers, armed in case there's a CRT. Maybe if we just all get together and think positive thoughts, realize that Republicans have hearts, like Gomer said. Well, he didn't say they have hearts. He just asked if, do you not think we have hearts?
Yeah.
He didn't say, it wasn't like we do.
No. If we're trying to do a positive spin on this horrible, horrible time in this country, again and again and again, well, I guess we can look to Representative Billy Long. He's Republican from Missouri, I believe. And he says, you know, these mass shootings is because it's, abortions. That's the problem. We have no value for human life. So I guess Roe v. Wade is going to be later this month, right? It's going to overturn that. So I guess when all these states take away people's rights, we're going to watch these these school shootings just dry up like that.
I think that's true. I think a lot of these mass shooters, now that Johnny Depp won and abortion's being taken away, I think they're really gonna calm down.
Well, they ain't gonna have as many things to shoot. Sure, they still gonna be. There's replacement there, the things like that. Absolutely.
Oh, right. Yeah, the racism part.
The racism part, that's different from some people say it's the same, some people say it's different. There's the mental health aspect to it. Are you crazy if you're racist? Are you racist if you're crazy? These are questions that I can't answer. Personally, me, I ain't qualified, I don't think.
No, I wouldn't even ask them. I wouldn't even ask you them.
Well, what's the point?
And doors. Don't forget doors. I mean, I hate to bring it up again, but seriously, it's just all these doors and windows and buildings. It's really no wonder people keep getting in and shooting us.
How many doors does a school need?
Maybe you have underground tunnels? None.
Okay. If you can get it down to one door, but what about this? Just hear me out here. Put prayer back in school and 2 doors.
But you block one with a bunch of kids on their knees praying.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
And then at certain varied points during the day, all the praying kids have to move to the other door. That way a shooter don't know when he's going to come in and trip over a bunch of damn praying kids.
And somehow you got to get these children off this marijuana too. That's a big problem with this. Evidently, that's one of the main things. Yeah,
pot is driving people crazy, and you know they say that movies also have an effect, and that's true. Because remember all those Cheech and Chong movies where they just murder the fuck out of people?
Hey,
they just get high as hell and go on goddamn murder sprees. Remember that's what.
Watch it. You don't say it that way. I didn't watch those druggy movies, but I don't know. They could have. I don't know what they did in them. They just do drugs, and Lord knows.
You can't even follow the dead anymore without an assault rifle.
we can talk about, and I know people are going to want to talk about guns. Sure, you're going to talk about guns. We can talk about it, but you're going to get rid of all these AR-15s, and then I don't know how you're going to protect your chickens from raccoons, because that's a whole other problem that you're opening up. I mean, sure, would you save a few students if they got some of them guns off of? Maybe, but I mean, just imagine all of those poor dead chickens and raccoons eating up, because as far as I know, the best way to kill a raccoon is one of them AR-15s.
What Davy Crockett said. That's how he got all them hats.
Yeah. And also Representative Kim Buck from Colorado, he says that you need them to defend chickens. I don't know what them chickens are going to do with that AR-15.
Well, if you don't care about kids, you ain't going to care about raccoons. All they got is the hands of children.
Which is still awful. Yes, obviously, murdering children is the worst thing that could possibly happen. But I pretty much don't like to, cater to the ideas of a bunch of raccoons getting killed with the AR-15 either. Me personally, I like animals. I like children. I like animals. But again, I like chickens too. So what are you gonna do? I think go ahead.
Now, what are you thinking about?
Well, I would say what we're going to do, and I think I'm pretty sure what we're going to do.
Uh-huh.
And I hate to say this, but I think that we're going to have to lose many more of our children in this country. It's the worst, most tragic thing, but we're going to have to lose a lot more before this country finally does absolutely nothing. They're putting little caskets in the ground, and we're whining about wanting to kill raccoon. We're whining. There's one of them's on there today having a talk, and he's showing everybody, look at my guns, look at my gun. It's a little show and tell for him. And no, I don't even know why I get mad about it anymore. What are you gonna get? You're supposed to get mad. You got to do something. The last thing I want to happen is to be numb to murdering children on a regular basis. We didn't even barely have time to talk about what happened in Buffalo. Then this happened the day after we did the last one of these. Since then, there was Tulsa yesterday.
What kinds of shootings are we counting? Are we just counting one person going in and killing multiple people? Or are we counting what happened in Chattanooga? What happened in the parking lot in Murfreesboro? What happened? How many do you have to name?
There's a school at Los Angeles. Somebody went there. Yeah. Most of those you don't give too much time. Also, evidently, Tulsa, I guess back problems that'll also lead to. They got to get this health care working, because otherwise you get a back problem, you're going to kill that doctor or whoever else is there, I guess.
And the doors, don't forget about the doors. I mean, fucking
hospital don't need that. You need their one sliding doors to get people who are shot into the damn emergency room. But other than that,
This is America. Where do we want to go? We're fine where we are. We don't need doors in and out. We're good. Just sit there. America. Doors are just going to get us into trouble. Every time I go out and get drunk, I have to use a door to leave, to a bar, to a liquor store, to come back home. Taco Bell, I don't really need the door. I just go through the drive-thru. But there's a window.
Yeah. Window, yeah.
And then I come home. That's just getting into trouble. That's the devil directing you out of the house. Don't have a door, you're just going to walk into a wall. You'd be like, shit, that's right. I don't need to go nowhere. Don't need to go nowhere. We're good. Sit your ass down, America. Or, if we ain't going to get rid of doors, we got to give these guns to teachers. Got to arm the teachers. That's very important. if you don't remember, okay, yes, sure, we can all remember a teacher who shouldn't have a gun, but can't we also remember teachers who should have had guns, who would have looked cool with one?
These teachers, they having to reach into their own pocketbooks to get school supplies, to get all the stuff they got to, we can't cover that. Surely if they got enough money to get, staplers and pencils and everything a student, there's surely enough they can set aside some of that money to get a good gun.
Okay, now, there was going to be a concert at the NRA convention that they held in Texas the weekend after this mass shooting.
Which is fishy, let's be honest now. Everybody says that's fishy right before. It's always, it ain't fishy when schools are getting shot up every so often. How's that damn fishy? What's fishy is the NRA saying, no, we're doing it. And ain't nobody, I don't care how many schools you shoot up. No, sir, you can kill every damn children in the United States. Get in there, shoot them all down. We're going to have us a show.
I guess I hadn't had one in a couple of years because, you can't shoot your way out of a pandemic, although they tried.
They did.
And I thought the NRA was having lots of legal problems and leadership problems and was kind of on it. Like there were some rifts, some cracks.
They've been swindling up here, swindling it. He's in trouble supposedly up in New York and losing money. They out of money. They ain't got no money anymore. Well, they saved some money not having to pay Lee Greenwood.
So I'll talk about Lee Greenwood in a minute. Larry Gatlin. They all pulled out. They were going to have this big concert. Larry Gatlin pulled out. Now, Lee Greenwood, yes, because he's got the song and everything. People think, oh, that's a big one. But Larry Gatlin, just towering NRA asshole. And he's good on that rocking chair show. It's Larry Gatlin said, it's not a perfect world. This is his quote. This is Larry Gatlin's quote. This is good. We can talk about what these other idiots think. No offense, Larry Gatlin. And we can stop talking about what we think, what these two idiots think. Let's just turn it around on Larry Gatlin.
Because he has a big say-so. There's a lot he can do to help change this situation in our country, this traumatic experience that we're all going through, this plague upon our damn country. Let's turn to Larry Gatlin. What
do you think, Larry Gatlin, before you go do your next Relaxium sleep commercial with Mike Huckabee? Tell us what you think about gun control. And he does. It's not a perfect world. That's true. It's not. I didn't realize that until after they killed all them kids. I was like, shit, you know what? It's not a perfect world.
Something's wrong. Something's off.
Huh. I had not picked up on that. It's not a perfect world. Jesus Christ. They're having 20-something funerals. They're getting us like, hey, nobody's perfect. And the if only crowds policies will never make it one. That's true. It's never going to be perfect. So I'm a what if guy. That's what Gatlin said. I'm a what if guy. What if all the gold wasn't in California? I'm a what if guy, and I can't help but ask the question, what if the teachers had been proficient in the use of firearms? What if they had been a highly trained team of assassins that were teaching them kids? And had in fact been armed that week? My answer is that there would not be, Jesus Christ, 21 freshly dug graves for 21 of God's precious children. Capitalized God. I didn't even know that it was that bad. I thought it was like slightly stupid, but I don't think I'd ever read it out loud before just now. Because I was going to say, he can't imagine taking the giant ass guns away, but he can't imagine Miss Grundy as John Wick. Like, the imagination on these people is just tremendous. They can imagine huge changes to the American way of life. I guess after, you see people just be okay with just killing kids left and right. mass quantities every few years, all the time, constantly, but also every few years you have a real big one. But not taking the guns. Everything else is on the table. The doors. Well, there's drywall over them. Just the doors. But not.
Well, evidently the teachers need to be armed because judging from this particular case, and let's say a few others, the police are not reliable in these situations. I don't. For some
we didn't
reason,
even talk about the cops.
We didn't. I know we didn't. If the police ain't going to come in, which I guess they ain't, the teacher going to have to. I don't. If you're going to give the teacher the guns, why don't we just start giving all the children guns? Just give. Oh no, that's too far. No, just give every student. You come in, you check your weapon. You go sit down. Good luck.
If you don't have one, you give. It's like a free lunch program.
Yeah.
If you don't have a gun, you go see the school cafeteria lady, and she gives you one at a discount. Is this just a way for? Okay, that's true. It's going to wind up everybody getting guns because if the police. You can't make the police the teachers because we already see they'll be out in the parking lot.
And also, when they are dealing with the children, they're usually throwing them on the ground, breaking their arms or whatever else. Usually when we see a police officer, not all of them, obviously, but quite a few. You can get on a computer if you want to run right now and watch police officers beat the hell out of children in school. That's easy to do. Yeah,
you can't make a cop a teacher. You can make teachers cops for a little bit. Eventually, you're going to get to the shooting, throwing kids on the ground, and running out in the parking lot when somebody with a big gun comes in. So I don't know what the answer is. Do they just want gun nuts to be teachers? I mean, I already didn't like it when the football coach taught history at my high school.
They want everybody to be a gun nut. They want everybody a responsible one, I guess. That's what I don't understand either, because I do with Tennessee. You and I both know responsible gun owners. We do. They lock them in the thing. They keep it from the children. They don't take it out to show off to the, well, they might every now and then, but not on a regular basis. And it seems like if you're a responsible gun owner, you want unresponsible gun owners not to be able to get a hold of one. Of course, that's why you are a responsible gun owner, because you want one in the house because you think one of these unresponsible people is going to be coming through your door. Get rid of it now before it happens. But it seems like, and there are some, I know some people I talk to, yeah, background checks. Just do a background check. Is it going to solve all the damn? If you save, let's just say background checks, we start doing that tomorrow, which we ain't. And that's 3 less school shootings. 3 less. 3 people who were going to go blow up a school can't because they couldn't get the gun because of a background check. Isn't that worth it? Sure, there'll be some that have clean record go get it that day. They'll shoot some schools up, absolutely. Of course they will. But isn't 3 schools full of 20, 30 kids, isn't that worth it? Just somebody filling out a damn form and mailing it? Why can't we do that?
Because they'd rather have the softball coach, gun nut, in there, bro teaching, watching, TikToks from a guy who makes holsters while the class listens to Joe Rogan. If they're not going to get you homeschooled or in a private school or in a school owned by an energy company, they're going to have the damn NRA teachers.
When's the NRA going to open up a school? They just go ahead, just do it now and prove to the rest of the country this is how it's done. Here it is. Ain't nobody going to come shoot up the NRA school.
Or are they going to just, like they're going to force us all to have guns? I mean, we're going to get in trouble if we don't have a gun. We'll be fined for not having a gun.
Well, I always said years ago, because since we started doing this, before we ever started doing this, we've been talking about this mess. And, of course, I had a plan years ago, which I don't know about anymore, because things get worse and worse, it seems like. It don't really get worse. It's just the same. It's just the same. But that's a living hell when you watch children get killed on a regular basis. I don't, Lee Greenwood, it's hard to be proud to be an American when this is what it is. Part of being an American is your kid getting shot up in school. That's a possibility at all times. That's what being an American is now, these days. Has been for a while now. You don't want to think about it, I know. You want to worry about shooting some raccoons, get away from your chicken, I understand that. But other countries looking at us like we crazy as hell. Well, we crazy as hell for a lot of reasons. But this right here, come on, this is the thing. We're okay with this, and we are. I know people say, no, you got to fight, you got to stand up. I do. If anybody asks me, this is crazy. I'll be the first one to tell you it's all crazy. But this is what it is. But I used to say years ago, everybody in the country has to have a pistol, everybody has to have a rifle. You get a pistol or a shotgun, rifle, a shotgun and a pistol. Everybody has to be assigned one. Then you get all these weapons of war, which nobody needs any of those. Unless you're in the Army or military, Navy, Air Force, if you're a Marine, yes, that's what you join it for. You learn how to work those things. That's what it is. I'm wasting my breath because everybody in common sense already knows this stuff. I'm just sitting there talking in circles like they do it in Washington right now. And maybe it is what you're saying. Maybe it's the reverse psychology. Maybe Biden needs to start doing that. He's sending everybody a free COVID test. Maybe tomorrow he needs to get on there and tell the whole country, you're all getting AR-15.
That's the only way that anything's going to be done about it is when the Democrats start mandating gun ownership.
Yeah.
Because then the Republicans will have to, because it's coming from Democrats, and half of this, if not more, is just all about because Democrats don't want them to have these giant guns. Nobody can tell me what to do, especially Nancy damn Pelosi. So if Biden was like, okay, yeah, just come out and just weirdly excited about it, just making even the gun nuts go, what? He was hard. Biden was coming up to us in the hallways, and he was fully erect talking about these guns. It was disturbing.
All right, don't say it that way.
Hey, we're gonna get a gun in that hand of yours. We're gonna get a big gun in that big hand of yours. Whatever he'd say, he'd give an address tonight. Tomorrow, everybody's gonna wake up with a gun. Every one of you. Yes! We'd be like, did you see how excited he was? I mean, the NRA would stand for the national, what's the opposite of a rifle?
Empty hand? What?
I don't know.
National empty hand.
Run away from guns? I guess that's the police union. National Ruh-Roh Association. I don't know. They just changed their name. They disband. Lee Greenwood would be like, I guess I'm never going to play this fucking thing. And they'd hire Lee Greenwood, and all the Republicans would come out, and they'd have a giant fire pit going, and they'd throw all their guns in there. Unless they started buying more guns to fight the Biden people bringing them guns, that could happen. It could be a thing where we need more guns to make sure that the government doesn't force their guns on us. That could totally happen. That's probably what
they'd figure out a way to spend that. I think you're right. We got to keep the guns out of certain people's hands. We got to take our guns over there. If Biden's going to mail it to everybody, then we got to get to the house before the guns get there, and we got to get them. I mean, yeah, it's just you can't have everybody.
That's what they always say. The Black Panthers was when the NRA was for restricting gun ownership.
That's when they come out.
How the NRA got started was
out in California.
Away from, Yeah.
Didn't want that. Everybody had a gun. Wait a second. Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna, I can't. Yeah, Joe Biden looked like Killer Mike for a second, just like, hey, you got to get a gun. We're going to get you a gun. Everybody's going to get a gun. Just the Oprah of giving people guns. You get a gun and you get a gun. The kids get guns. You get a gun when you're born. They were just wedging an AR-15 in the bassinet in the damn... What do they call it where babies get born? Not a hospital, but a...
Maternity ward.
Maternity. It could happen.
Hey, Fox News, it'd take them a while to figure it out. Look, everybody supports an armed militia, certainly, regularly, but he has lost his mind. He is senile. You can't give everybody. They wouldn't know what to do. Of course, right now, you sit there, they would lose their mind. They lost their mind now. Tucker Carlson's letter on there saying that I ain't making this up. I try not to watch it, but my friend tells me, did you see what Tucker said? I said, no, hell, I don't know what he said. I don't want to know.
What friend is that?
Just somebody that I don't. I said, you keep it to yourself. I don't need to know. He said, well, no, you need to know this. I don't need to know it, but I guess he's telling everybody the Democrats know that they're ruling illegitimately, and they won't take all the guns from all the people before they rise up.
What the fuck are they ruling?
I don't know. Gas prices, I guess, getting rid of baby formula. I guess they ruling illegitimately. And what have they? They ain't done nothing. Roe v. Wade's gone. Go down the list. What the hell you right? What is he ruling? How is he in charge? Of course, half the people you go talk to him at some of these rallies, they go, "Oh, he ain't. That's an actor. Trump is still president anyway."
That's
well,
true,
it's his fault for all that baby shortage? No.
He can't. That's all very true.
None of it makes it. You can't rationalize any of this. You can't try to figure any of it out.
No, everybody's crazy, so it doesn't make it. We've all been driven crazy, probably because of all the children who keep getting shot.
There's a suggestion. If everybody crazy in this country, maybe it should make it a little more difficult for crazy people to get a damn gun. Maybe just a suggestion. I know.
Healthcare would be a great place to start on this stuff, wouldn't it? Just let people go to the doctor. I ain't saying
They holding money, Texas, sit there. Well, it's mental health. It's mental health. You got money sitting there that you won't spend on health care, just sitting there. Don't tell like it don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter. It's if Biden is this is what it's like for Biden ruling illegitimately. I'm glad he wasn't legitimately elected because we would be fucked.
Watch your mouth.
Can you imagine? He's trying to forgive some student loans, and by the time he's done, it'd be like, well, what happened was those books the bookstore bought back from you. We need that money back with interest. Sorry. You took that $50 and went to a UCD store and need every bit of it back. Biden is all over the place today.
Popular president, evidently, from what I understand.
Like one Biden I do is before he cleared his throat, and the next one is like after he cleared his throat. That's why it sounds so different.
If you want to talk about Biden, also today in Congress when they were discussing everything, somebody said, well, you know what? I tell you one thing, that Hunter Biden, druggy, everything else, he's able to get a gun. I ain't making that up. It's one. If you get the opportunity to talk in the House and you're a Republican and you don't bring up Hunter Biden, like I'm sure they said, oh, he's going to do it. Damn it, I want to bring up. Well, if he's going to talk about Hunter Biden, then I'm going to take my guns out. Is that okay? Yes, you can take your guns out. So I'm all right. I get you bring up our line, but you don't take in. You got to keep your guns. You got to keep them locked up. I get to take mine out and show them to everybody looking.
Oh, man. I didn't hear that one. That's a good one. Well, I would like to talk a little bit about Lee Greenwood, if we could, Jackie, before we wrap this up.
Well, he deserves a mention, I guess, here. And somebody else had quit that we did mention earlier, that Don Wesley McLean, Bye-Bye Miss America Pie, Buddy Holly did song.
Yeah,
that's a long one. He didn't go, and that hurt him, because he he has to play that one song. That's all he can go do anywhere. Granted, it's long, so he get your money worth, I guess. But I mean, he probably needed that payday, and he
wrote a whole damn 7-minute song, 12-minute song when 3 people died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
How long are the songs he's writing about these kids? I don't want to hear them.
I don't know. Yeah. But we should.
He couldn't go to his gun convention to play his grief song because of all the children that were just murdered. He couldn't play the song about national grief and the coarsening of American culture. Is that what it's about? I don't really know.
He like it's music that music that all of Big Bopper and
Hello, baby.
Yeah, I like telephone songs. I wish I did more of them. Todd Conway pretty good at them too. Good telephone songs.
I love telephone songs.
Sing them. I do too.
I love operator songs.
Well, that's still kind of telephone song.
It's a kind of telephone song.
How are you hearing the operator? You ain't just there in the room with the note. You listen to her on the phone.
I'm just saying I love telephone songs, all of them, but specifically operator songs.
Yeah. And let me make it clear, you have to be on the phone. I don't like songs about telephone numbers, 865-7 whatever it is. You have to be on the phone. It ain't important for me to know the phone number. I just want to hear that you on the phone talking to somebody else on the phone. Those are the kind of songs I like. Not phone number songs, phone songs.
Is there any other appliance that spawns so many songs about it as a damn phone?
I'm sure somebody sang about the TV every often.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, TV. Everybody sang about TV at another time or another. Yeah.
Hello, baby. When Jerry Lee Lewis sings that song, he has his version of it. It's like, what? And he always sounds like he's about to lose it, like get real mad.
Yeah.
And then he starts laughing. You're like, this guy's a psychopath.
Well, yeah. Well,
because at first it's scary, and then it's like, oh no, he thinks it's funny, and like I was terrified in that moment. He is legitimately frightening.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a scary man. Ask any of his ex-wives if the ones that are alive.
As scary as he is, there is that part where he in the Jerry Lee Lewis Big Bopper song where he goes, "Do what? Pick you up at 8, woman? I thought maybe." You pick me up at 8, don't be late. It always makes me laugh when he says it.
Yeah.
It sounds just like
that's equal right
from around here. I thought maybe you pick me up at 8, don't be late. Will I what? Sorry. All right, so folks, I just want to talk about Lee Greenwood for one second here. They were going to have this big concert at the NRA, which I think was called something like the Grand Ole NRA. It's not funny. But they didn't. They canceled it because everybody was pulling out.
No, they didn't cancel it. They still did it. They just didn't have Lee Greenwood there. Unless we
I thought they canceled it. Everybody dropped out. Did they not cancel it?
No, they had it. There were thousands of people outside of it screaming. Ted Cruz was there.
No, they had the NRA thing, but they didn't have the concert.
They didn't. I don't think they had nobody saying no. I mean, nobody worth a damn, I guess.
That's what I mean. No, they had the NRA thing.
Yeah, the NRA thing.
That.
Yeah, they just didn't have no songs. Anybody playing the song, yeah. And, at least we know where Lee Greenwood draws a line and his 18, 19 dead children. That's where he says, no. Now, getting rid of every Muslim out of the United States, he'll play at that rally. There's plenty of stuff but he draws a line. This is it. This is too much.
Everybody dropped out of the thing and of the concert. And Lee Greenwood, yes, he does draw the line here, but he went on Fox and talked. I mean, he literally went on Fox News in the morning, and they were like, "Yeah, so you ain't gonna play?" And he's like, "No, it's just too much. It's be disrespectful." But he was wearing a Black Cat Fireworks shirt. I was like, why is he wearing a Black Cat Fireworks shirt? And I'm not saying, yes, he had signed up to play. Look, okay, it's better that the musicians drop out after a bunch of kids are murdered than continuing to play the concert. Because I'm surprised they dropped out at all. You're right, Jackie. Yes, that's the line, the kids. But I kind of thought they wasn't a line.
Well, let's be honest. We're all a little surprised. As far as the NRA, some of these people performing. Yeah.
So Lee Greenwood went on he went on Fox News, and they said, "Why aren't you playing?" And he said, "An unfortunate shooting in Texas took place at a very bad time." It was a bad time.
I don't know when it's a good time for children to get massacred, but yes, it definitely is bad. Yes.
For me to go play at the NRA just days after the shoot would be an endorsement. And people would then deem that as, I like this weapon. And obviously that weapon killed kids, and I just couldn't go. So, I mean, that's kind of harsh for Lee Greenwood on Fox News. And then they're like, but you're here, and you're going to sing a song. And then they talked about Memorial Day. And, I mean, even Larry Gatlin, I think, is for background check. So all these people are, I don't know, who knows a week later if they still are. But I want to talk about the Lee Greenwood fireworks.
Fireworks?
Lee Greenwood, the Grammy Award-winning artist known as America's Patriot and legendary global firework manufacturer Black Cat, have teamed up. Fuck the Avengers. Just in time for the 4th of July to introduce a brand new, spectacular, red, white, and blue, proud to be an American, Lee Greenwood signature 42 report patriotic firework to the public. The firework will be available in select locations starting May 17th in time for Memorial Day and everywhere in time for the July 4th season. The proud to be an American Lee Greenwood signature firework features 3 separate cakes. Lee Greenwood all caked up. God bless the USA, 14 shots of red. I love this land, 14 shots of white. And from sea to shining sea, 14 shots of blue. You know he's mad when them kids got killed right before his fireworks launch. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, says Lee Greenwood. The 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays to honor our veterans and celebrate freedom. What are the... Yeah, the 4th of July, that's one of my favorite ones to celebrate freedom. Partner with Black Cat was a natural fit, and they put together a beautiful assembly of red, white, and blue to honor our great country.
I'm going to say he ain't got much time to celebrate because he is booked. He is singing that song 4 or 5 different places. I mean, that week of 4th of July coming up, he's a busy man, I guarantee you.
When you think of patriotism and music and celebrity in America, you turn no further than to Lee Greenwood, said Chris Nolan, VP of Marketing and Brand Development, Black Cat Fireworks USA. Lee is the undisputed Mr. America, and his music is featured all over the United States every year at fireworks celebrations in cities great and small. We were ecstatic when his team came to us with this partnership opportunity. God bless the USA. And we're even more elated to finally bring this creation to market. Yeah. You can go on YouTube and watch a video of him, like 10 seconds long. Like, I'm Lee Greenwood. These fireworks are great. He even calls out, there's some videos where he calls out the damn fireworks by name. Like different stands you can get it at.
Well, I ain't doing the NRA show this week, so I got plenty more time to make me some fireworks commercials if you guys want to put some on YouTube.
Fireworks, a Bible. I mean, come on.
What has he not got them little patriotic fingers in? He doing it.
In Florida, you can get the Lee Greenwood fireworks at Donnie Aaron's Arsenal of Fireworks in Boca Raton. Georgia, Pyro City Fireworks in Conyers. Georgia Family Fun Fireworks, several locations.
family fun. I like that. See, that's like I want to go get fireworks there. I don't want to go to Arsenal and sound. But I guess some people want the dangerous fireworks. You want it to sound, ominous, I guess, or menacing. But family fun. That's like we go get some. We eat the little snake, the black smoke snakes and stuff like that.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, family fun. It says it right there, family fun fireworks. Well, you go there and play Greenwood. Give me one of them God Bless America fireworks, sure. But what was the other one? Son of Arsenal. Yeah.
And in Kansas, you can go to Firework Mania Superstore. That sounds dangerous.
A little, pyro mania. That's what the fire people, yeah. That's old Don, old Backdraft. Remember Backdraft, old Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Hannibal Cannibal Fire, what do you call it? Arson man, yeah. Scare, yeah. I'm sure everybody scared of Hannibal Lecter because he eats it. Absolutely, I understand that. But you want somebody to burn you up, he's still going to cook you. To me, old Donald Sutherland, burn you up, not even eat you. That's worse, I think.
Go to waste.
Yeah.
Boomland.
Scares me. What?
Boomland in Charleston, Missouri.
All right, I'm gonna give him credit for that. That's a good name.
Ooh, in Louisiana, fireworks. You go to Big Gorilla Fireworks in Slidell.
Big Gorilla Fireworks?
Big Gorilla Fireworks in Slidell, Louisiana. 54329 East Howes Beach Road. Should I keep reading names of fireworks stores on our damn podcast? Here's some people on Twitter. Would not have thought Larry Gatlin. People on Twitter mad at him. I would not have thought Larry Gatlin and Lee Greenwood would cancel their showing at the NRA convention. Lee Greenwood, you are a coward. Not showing up for an NRA convention is sheer cowardice at precisely the time godly courage is needed. Damn the optics or political correctness. Only President DJT and Ted Cruz had the intestinal fortitude to make the right choice. Some of these that I thought were people mad at him turned out to be jokes, so I'm not sure.
All right. I was going to say if there's anybody threatening to burn his Bible.
I went to his website, and according to LeeGreenwood.com, you can not only... He's got some coins for sale, too. So he's got Bibles, coins, and fireworks. And I haven't seen anybody threaten to burn the damn Bible. It still looks like it's for pre-order. So I guess it's coming out. If you've listened to us talk about Lee Greenwood on here before, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Look, there's a lot of stuff going on, and people are complicated. These are terrible times. Lee Greenwood, by performing at these NRA conventions and Trump rallies, he's actually been to Trump rallies, right?
Of course he has.
I'm not making that up.
No, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, like I said, his standards ain't, again, good standard to have. 19 dead children in cold blood is a good place to draw the line. I'm going to encourage him for that. I'm going to take what I can get. So good for you, Lee Greenwood. Yeah.
Good for you. And I just want to say, I know we've made a lot of fun of Lee Greenwood on here over the years, but I want to say having your own fireworks is cool as fuck. It's fucking cool.
Watch your mouth.
That's awesome.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Just watch your mouth.
It's all tangled up and it's making the world a worse place. And if you really untie all the threads, you'd be like, well, shit, maybe singing that song at all these rallies kind of contributes to this culture. But for today, let's just say it's cool to have. I'd buy those fireworks. I'd buy them.
It's good to have a Bible, too, I suppose. Anything that get people to read the Bible. Like I said, I don't care if it's a cartoon, Lee Greenwood, whatever it is. If it gets your nose in the Bible, good for you. Get in the good book.
Maybe we should go get some of these fireworks, Jackie, and see if we can.
I don't even want to hear none of them blowing up. We'll see when we get closer to July 4th. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know how much money he makes off of them.
Well, he's making if he wearing the T-shirt, he's making some money. I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to be on Fox News. I'm going to wear your shirt. Wait, what are you talking about on there? Well, I'm going to tell them I'm not playing the NRA rally because of all the dead kids. And if you're a black cat, you have no idea if that's good or bad. Like, well, we signed Lee Greenwood. He's going on Fox. That's good. He's going on Fox News. That's good. They're going to talk about this mass murder and him not attending an NRA rally. Is that going to help more people buy fireworks? I don't think so. It's not like you're going to get people who want background checks. Like, well, now I can buy these Lee Greenwood fireworks. Well, I don't think they were going to buy them in the first place. And now these people who were going to buy Lee Greenwood fireworks going, fuck Lee Greenwood and his black cat fireworks.
Watch your mouth. Let's just be honest. It's a difficult time in this country. We've never been more divided since, years and years and years. It's hard to be an entrepreneur. Everybody, we appreciate you listening to us here on Red State Update. Thank you kindly.
It's good to be here with y'all, our friends.
We all need friends these days. Lord knows. Lord Almighty would know. And look, if you're feeling bad or sad or anything like that, if you're a halfway compassionate human being with any sense to you, things ain't great right now. Things ain't doing good. So the best we can, we got to look out for one another, try to take care of each other instead of hollering and screaming. But, best of luck to that. I'm going to do what I can here. But, y'all take care of yourselves and take care of your youngins and look after one another. And best you can. That's what we're going to try to do on here right now. Well, as soon as we get done with our sponsors, that's right. We got sponsors here to do. Local Murfreesboro sponsors, they give us $25, and we talk on here, and we take that money and we plug in the computer to the worldwide webs, Twitter's, churches, all of it. It's all terrible, but you gotta click up onto it. I guess that's how it's done. I don't know how it all works out, but eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to listen to it somewhere. And we appreciate our sponsors supporting us. We also appreciate each and every one of our special listeners out there. That's right, our Padron listeners. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to talk to y'all in a little bit when we get done here over on Extra 20 Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. That's right, for y'all who are kind enough to give us $5 or more a month. You're going to have that little extra 20 minutes to listen to or not listen to, your choice. But we're happy to do it for you. We always enjoy talking to you on there. We appreciate y'all writing us back, letting us know how you feel about things, how you feel about us, whether we're doing good or doing bad. We want to know. So we thank you. We thank you kindly. Can't thank you enough for first off for giving the $5, and then to take the time to say, this pretty good. This all right. Y'all quit doing that. We appreciate every bit of it. And we also want to thank each and every one of you out there that just give us $1, $2, or whatever just to listen to this one. Because that's enough for you. You don't need to give an extra $4 or $3 or whatever it is. This is plenty. I don't need that extra 20 minutes. But we do appreciate y'all over there talking to us for the 20 minutes. And we look forward to talking to y'all here in a bit. When we finish up our duties here, doing our sponsors this week, and I got, it's a good spot. It's the same one I had last week. I was supposed to be coming out first raising. I'm going to be doing, Booty Man Bird. That's me. Everybody knows now. Everybody, I thought everybody loved Booty Man Bird. Everybody thought it was good. I had a big deal last night. I appreciate my attorney, Pro Blodo's attorney. Government Meatmeyer, also known as Fluff Bob Ferret. He was last weekend anyway at this thing here. We went to this Furry Family Festival, which I was looking forward to because everybody knows the children love Booty Man Bird. They love to see me see my face and see my little feathers and me shake my little tail feather rear end. Booty. Everybody likes it. Kids like it. But there weren't no children there. There's a lot of adults, and let me tell you right now, for a Furry Family Festival, a lot of these adults were not too happy. As you might have heard last week, I was a guest speaker. And again, Gumby Meatmeyer, a.k.a. Fluffball Ferret, he got me this speaking engagement at Finding Your Furdentity is what it was supposed to be about, which I don't, I figured they just want to ask, typical, regular, just booty man bird questions like, does it, how do you get wore out shaking your booty like that? Things like that, you shake them tail feathers, you get tired, old man, things like that. I'm used to it, and I'm happy to join in and answer. But they don't want to know anything about that. They were damn right hostile to me. Let me tell you, they had signs out there. They were ready to go after me. Now, I don't know if it's true. I don't know what the situation is. Gumby Meatmeyer, a.k.a. Fluffball Ferret, he told me that this was the Booty Bird people put these people together. It was a personal attack. He told me that they put all this together. They were trying to make me look bad, trying to, tab it down. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know who these people were. I have no idea. But they were not happy to see Booty Man Bird at the Furry Family Festival. That's for damn sure. They had signs there screaming all sorts of things. Feathers ain't fur, they screamed at me. Feathers ain't fur, get off the stage, old man. Never heard any of them once call me by the proper title that I'm supposed to have, Booty Man Bird. It was get old man, it was you dumb bird. Anything you think of awful to say. Some of it I ain't going to repeat on here because I don't use that language, and I don't appreciate being called it, and I ain't going to say it on here. But they were mad as hell. The anti-feather furries or something like that, some group, again, Gumby Meatmeyer says they're associated somehow with the original Booty Bird people. I don't know if that's true or not. But they were screaming, no head, no fur, they said. No head, no fur. They had signs screaming, hollering, started throwing stuff at me. I had to leave the table. And I was there with some other speakers. I don't know. One person was like a fox or a dog or something. And one was like a wolf or something. There were a lot of dogs and wolves, things like that. But there's also a bear. And I'm not sure if it's a raccoon or I think it was a raccoon. Bear, raccoon, and a few dogs up there. But they couldn't get a word in edgewise. I don't know what happened after I left. They had to get me out the back. Gumby Meatmeyer was concerned about me, but he said, well, I'm your attorney. I'm worried about you. I won't be here for you. But right now, I got to get back in because there's I got to speak his Fluffball Ferret. I don't know what he was. I could go on and hear him, so I don't know what he said. But as far as I know, I'm still supposed to be on the way it's website magazines, whatever it is, Persuasion. I'm supposed to, Booty Man Bird's supposed to be, strutting his stuff, strutting it, fluttering them tail feathers on there. And I know there's still people out there that like Booty Man Bird. I'm sure there are. I saw a few in the parking lot when I was leaving. Said, where you going? I said, well, hell, they don't want me in there. Said, well, you come with us if you want to. He's a nice couple. I got in the car with them. One of them was like a squirrel. And the other was I think a guinea pig, either guinea pig or rat. I don't know. Squirrel, rat, squirrel, guinea pig. They were nice enough to let me, give me a ride home anyway. They stopped at Hardy on the way, ran through the drive-thru. They kind enough got me. They said, no, we don't care what to say. We love Booty Man Bird, and it's an honor to have you here. I got a picture with them, that took the phone out and stuff, all that stuff. Got in there. I offered to give him some gas money because Lord knows gas prices. They said, no, it's on us. So I know there's a few people out there. There's a squirrel and a rat, mouse, or whatever it is. They like Booty Man Bird. So to hell with all you feathers ain't fur people, whoever you are. To hell with all you anti-feather furries. Y'all can, have your own Furry Family Festival. I won't come to them anymore. There's a misunderstanding. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I did. All I had to do was show up. And that's it. I didn't even get an opportunity, a chance to offend anybody. I didn't even get to open my mouth. So I don't know what it was. But I'll be thinking twice before I do another Furry Family Festival, any kind of festival or something like that. I don't know. I just expect, like I said, I expect children having a good time. making the children laugh and dance and that's old carry on and stuff like that. That's what Booty Man Bird does. But there wasn't no part of me at this. I don't know what it is. I got to put my faith in the government. Make mine. He said he's going to get back. He says he's pretty sure it's the original Booty Bird people put these people up to it. It's all a misunderstanding. They're trying to take my name down. And he's a good lawyer. Like I said, he's a pro bono lawyer. He's with Meat Mine Peach Paw firm. He's at last cast law firm. But he's a son. Little Meat Mine, but still, he doing what he's doing, and he'd been a big help to me. This is the first situation that we've been into together with him, saying a little off. Things didn't go as well as they should, because thus far, everything I've done with old Gummy Meat Mine, Fluff Bob Fair, everything I've done with him, I come out a little extra green in my pocket, a little extra smile on my face, and all my adoring fans just seemed to enjoy themselves. But this, I don't know. So they got mixed messages, or it was a Booty Bird, or whatever it was. I don't know. They didn't want me there. And I didn't want to be there, so I left. I want to thank a squirrel and a rat. Give me a ride. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly.
So all in all, you had a pretty good time.
No, I just said I didn't have a good time, and people holler and scream at you. Where do you like going places where people holler and scream at you?
I missed that part. You must.
Well, no, that's everywhere you go.
You must have glossed over it.
You're used to it. Don't matter where you go. Somebody.
Don't turn this around on me.
I'm just saying, you sitting there being a smart butt. You had a good time. Oh, you had a good time. Nobody liked that. Be hollered at, and you know damn well it don't. You should know, because like I said, everywhere you go, somebody's mad at you.
I'm not. Damn. Quasimodo.
Well, you something, whatever that is. I don't know what it is, if he makes people as mad as you or not.
No, he means well.
Well, there are always people out there that means well, I guess, but, put your money where your mouth is, babe. Mean well like a squirrel and a rat does, and help a friend out, help a Booty Man Bird.
What, did they take their heads off when they eat Hardee's?
No, they put it up in there. They put the hand up in the bottom, because there's enough room in the bottom, and they put the hand up in there. You could hear them chewing and something.
Okay, good. That's better than taking it off, I think. I think that's just more interesting.
Well, that's just what they, far be from me to tell them how to wear the squirrel outfit. They do it how they want to.
You gotta leave a hole big enough to get a hamburger up in there.
Well, they get it underneath in the neck. You just slide it up in there. Get your hand fitting in there. At least get your head bend your neck down and get a bite. I say the chin sticking out. They get a bite of it.
Gross.
What do you mean gross?
Well, see, the chin sticking out.
Well, how's that any grosser than you eating Taco Bell in a car anywhere you going?
I just don't like I don't like it when they take their heads off.
Well, they didn't take the heads off. That's the point I'm saying. They move their mouth down underneath it and eat it that way.
I just don't like to see. I don't like it when it's somebody in a costume, but with just their head. I don't like to see their chin come out. I don't like to see, old men trying to do something, the head's off.
Look,
was that what you were saying? I see. That was in my head.
Why?
That's because you just said it. I forget.
Because
sometimes I zone out.
That's what Booty Man Bird is. Always has been. If you remember, when I had the hat on, that's when all them Booty Bird people come after me. Cease and desist.
That's right.
All sorts of lawsuits. All I had to do, take it from Gumby Meat Mine, Fluffy Bob Squirrel, whatever. Take your head off, and there you go. Now you boot them, and you ain't Booty Bird Man.
That makes sense.
Booty Man Bird.
No, that's disturbing. I don't like that.
It ain't
I like
disturbing.
it.
People like it, except at this place. At this place, I didn't like it. I guess
we're buying into a fantasy, a furry fantasy. We don't need to see a human head. We want to see.
Well, they didn't all hate the squirrel, right?
And the squirrel. Yeah,
squirrel
they did it right.
They didn't seem to mind. They said they was thrilled as could be to have the original Booty Man Bird in the back seat with them. Yeah.
They were being polite, if you ask me.
Well, no, they didn't have to take me nowhere. I could have just got, they don't have no phone to hit the button to make somebody come get me, but I could have got somewhere. But they were kind enough to, I could have waited around, and Gumby would have been out there and give me a ride back, but he had to, Fluff Bob Squirrel, whatever it is, had to go do something in there. I don't know what to do. Holler at me is what they do in there. That's all I saw.
Well, I hope you wore a mask.
We may wear a mask. I'm not supposed to wear a mask. Everybody else had a mask on. I didn't. That covers for it, don't it?
I'm not sure. Man, I'd ask Fauci, but I wouldn't want to tell him any of this.
He ain't answering no more questions at this point, no matter who it is. If Biden or Trump, he tossed his hands up already a long time ago.
I think he does. If you ask him a question about COVID, he's like, don't ask me. He's got his hands up in the air. What, hey, should I wear this mask? Who? I don't know. Who knows? I thought you were the one supposed to know. I thought so too, but I guess not.
I got to go home and go through my answer machine and hear all the death threats.
Wear it. Don't wear it. Stick it up your asshole. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm only Dr. Fauci. Is that how he talks? I don't think he talks like that.
It's been a while since I heard him. He don't talk no more. He
they don't. There's no point in it.
What? Yeah. What do you like? Everybody go listen to him? People listen to him already done with it. Like you said, they got the mask on already. If you ain't gonna wear a mask and you ain't wore one yet, or got a shot yet, I don't think he's gonna be able to turn it around at this point.
He had some songs I liked, but I don't need to hear nothing new from him.
Yeah.
It's like, Mambo number 5. It's like, that's all I need from Lou Bega. I don't need to hear anything else. So Dr. Fauci just sort of the Lou Bega of COVID.
I like what you call, I guess, instrumental versions of his greatest hits, where he just hold his face in his hands. No lyrics to that one. Says it all.
He could come back though with his monkeypox album.
He probably have the same answer. What are you supposed to do about monkeypox? Like you gonna do it, I tell you.
Whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. That's all that's all you can do. Just do whatever you want. Is that
Stay
the
away
answer?
from me. Do whatever you want.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time at the furry convention. It sounds like you're making friends.
Family convention. I did.
So
I made 2 friends. Yeah, I did. Squirrel and rat.
Are you done? I like this. I like this. This is like you're in a little like Richard Scarry world now.
What is it?
Are you gonna Richard Scarry? The scary like animals work in office. Richard Scarry Town.
Who?
The worm driver apple.
Worm driver. Oh yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, for children, right?
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't no children at this family. It said family festival. That I guess they had the age cut off or something, or they left children home or whatever. I guess children, some of them can't get COVID shots yet or something. I don't know. They got to wait till they're old enough or young enough or whatever, however they do it.
So are you done then? Is man bird, booty bird, birdie done?
I just said I'm coming out in Persuasion. Did I not? Did you not hear that? That's far from done. There's going to be a big magazine, website, whatever it is, thing coming.
Oh, I see.
Shaking my tail feathers in there. They're going to be, it was delayed, but it's still coming. It's still coming out, Persuasion. And everybody get on there and look at it. Whatever button you hit, look at it.
Sorry. Well, I was wrong.
That don't sound like it's over for me. That sounds like he's just starting. So yeah, everybody gonna be a little jealous or something. Okay. Everybody gonna be a little. They're getting too much attention or whatever. They people decide. No, I've had enough. Booty man bird. But I tell you what, there's a squirrel and there's a rat out there had plenty of booty man bird in the car and the Hardee's and everywhere. And there's gonna be plenty of people looking at booty man bird on or in. Persuasion coming soon, they said.
I see. I got you. I didn't mean to cut off you plug there. I thought that.
Well, that's my sponsor. It ain't about plug. It's my sponsor. They give me $25. I'm supposed to do it.
I thought that story meant you'd learned your lesson, but I guess not.
What lesson?
Okay, that's great.
There's rude people in the world. The people who won't take you down off your pedestal. As soon as you make something of yourself, there's always going to be somebody there to try to drag you down. Well, they may try all they want. They can scream all they want. They can hold whatever kind of sign they want. But I tell you what, there's always a little squirrel and a rat to help you out. You ain't over with yet.
Well,
I'm just getting started. Booty man bird just getting started. I still got life in me, and I can wiggle this rear end with feathers on it, and anybody and say booty, booty, but you wait and see. I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna stop. Nothing gonna stop me.
So that is, what is it? Squirrel.
No.
Hardee's.
Persuasion. They were just nice.
Persuasion.
I'm glad to give them a what do you call it, shouts or something, anything. Thank you. Thank you if you're listening out there. A squirrel, a mouse, rat, a guinea pig, something, vermin, whatever it is. I don't think it was a rabbit. It was a squirrel, and it was some sort of, it was either rat, mouse, or guinea pig or something.
Sometimes they do things making rabbits look weird. You ever seen
Well, some rabbits just look weird without any help. They don't need anybody. They need to make it look weird. Some rabbits just don't look, they've been through something or whatever, You see that cartoon Warship Brown. Every rabbit in there, none of them look right to me. I like any kind of story about an animal, cartoon, some not. But every rabbit in Warship Brown, I
wouldn't eat one of them.
I don't want to eat it. I didn't want to spend time with some of them, to be honest. I think I remember watching the whole thing, but I got mad at some of them. They had bleeding and everything else. They had stuff coming out of their face. Yeah, there's something. Which rabbit, rabbits out in the wild, they do get sick in the fighting, and that does happen, but I don't want to sit and look at it for an hour and a half, cartoon.
Well, Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think is really going to blow your mind.
We'll see about that.
Because Jackie, that you and I both live here in Brushy Town, Tennessee.
I've been here in Brushy Town my whole life, but born and raised Brushy Town.
Born and raised here in Brushy Town, Tennessee, geographic center of Tennessee. The God King Brushy Shepherd has been our ruler and our Lord and Savior and our best friend for generations now.
Well, his family went back to, the Brushies, the God King Brushy. There have been a few of them, I think. But that, if anybody knows Brushy Town history, knows full well that they discovered this. They discovered this, I think, before in Columbus and stuff. And then,
Yeah, and they used to say, oh, no, it happened this way or that. But when God King Brushy come in and started ruling with his loving but iron fist, he set us straight. And it all comes from Brushies.
Yeah, Brushy, all the way back. Yeah. Well, everybody got a story. Everybody wants to get, credit for something or anything.
Yeah, but he set us right. Now we know that Brushy created, Brushy saved, Brushy took, Brushy gave.
Yeah, that's up on the courthouse. That's what's on the money in these parts. Yeah,
it's on Brushy Town. Legal tender.
Brushy Town quarter and legal tender. Yeah, like you said, it has that. What is it again? Brushy cane, Brushy. I should know this because I used to when I was a kid. You had to get up.
I should know it. I just said it.
I know it. I used to have to do it. I
forgot.
I ain't school no more, but you had to get up every morning, stand in front of a picture.
A brushy flag and a brushy picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
He gave. At the end, he always give it back. Is what he came, he took, it, whatever he give back.
He came, he gave, he saved, he took, he gave.
There you go.
Something.
That sounds like it. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been in school, but yeah.
So, I have to tell you something that I think is going to blow your mind, and it's kind of a secret.
Yeah.
And I could get in a lot of trouble. Death. Brushy from at the hand of Brushy. But what if I told you that everything we just said was bullshit? Mostly the stuff you said, because there's always a little bit of truth in what I say.
Why is what I say bull hockey? That don't make any sense. What do you mean? What I said is bull hockey?
Because Brushy Shepherd is not God King.
God King Brushy.
He's not God King. I know that's blasphemy, but it's also
blasphemy.
true.
You
it's
talk
true.
about death. I thought you would be a silly, but if you want to push it, go to town. I don't know who listened to this. I know there got to be some. I mean, if anybody in Murfreesboro knows who God King Brushy is, I don't want to hear you talk like that.
Well, you just said Murfreesboro instead of Brushy Town, so you're going to be in the gulag too.
Well, years ago, it was Murfreesboro before he come in and took and gave it back. Well, he gave it. It was if you remember, it was Murfreesboro. He took, he saved Murfreesboro and gave it back in Brushy Town.
You're one of them. Murfreesboro Foreverers.
No,
Well,
I am not. I'm happy with Brushytown. If you're going to get into the history of it, we're going to do it right. If you want to talk about it, you sitting there saying he ain't God King Brushy, you already asking for trouble.
Well, if you went back and you listened to our last few podcasts, Jackie, I think you'd somehow understand. I don't quite know how time travel works. Dr. Limlamp has been having us watch different time travel ones, and I fell asleep after the first part of Time's Era, Star Trek Next Generation. So I don't even know what happens in that one, but Mark Twain's in it, so it's pretty good so far.
If it's Mark Twain in it, it's always good. Star Trek, I used to go back in time and get whoever, George. I tell you who else used to do that, knew how to travel through time, is Bewitched. They did all the time. They get Abraham Lincoln. He'd be they have to hide him in the closet. It's good. They were the best ones for me going through time because, she would use magic to do it. I don't know how they should do it because I know some people do that, in the movies and the shows, they use the machine or whatever, hit a button, but she just make them come to life or whatever.
Easy? That would be easier. It'd be a lot easier than what I'm going through right now, I tell you. Plus, if something bad happened, we could say, oh, no, it's a new ad campaign for, potato chips or something. Abraham Lincoln likes them.
What?
You know how at the end of, like Larry'd invite the clients over.
Oh, he'd get the idea there and get an idea, and he'd be working advertising. That's right. I forget, like Mayor's Millions or whatever.
It was just like Mad Men, except but better. And then he'd say, we've got a great explanation for Abraham Lincoln being here. And Samantha Stevens go, yeah, we do. And he'd go, yeah, we do. And she'd say, yeah, it's a chip. Nobody loves eating potato chips and lying about them. Now, tell the truth. Honest Abe, these chips are delicious.
He had, I would say, George Washington told the truth, too, because he chop a tree down. And
that used to be important for presidents.
At one time.
Not so much
anymore. Long time ago. Now, presidents got one set of rules. Of course, God King's got a whole other set of rules. So, God King Brushy, whatever he says is true, so you ain't got to worry about one way or the other.
Well, the only thing is that nothing he says is true, because what happened was, Jackie, if you knew the whole story about the overall model, I mean, it really kind of is entwined with your own story, except now it somehow Brushy Shepherd isn't involved in your story, and you became Booty Man. What are you? Booty Bird Man?
Booty Man Bird.
Oh, yeah, start writing this stuff down. Booty Man Bird. But when you think back, don't your memories have a Brushy Shepherd-sized hole with food all over it when you try to think back to how you got to where you are today?
What?
Just think, aren't you missing you being mad at just this shadowy, hazy figure that you can't quite make out, but with food all over his beard? That's Brushy.
What, but God King Brushy don't got food on him, does it? What are you talking about?
Brushy Shepherd and I were trying to work on his next act. We were in a hotel bar. We met Dr. Maxine Limlamp, and Dr. Limlamp had been working on Oopserals that Brushy was supposed to be the spokesperson for, and she was working on Oopserals 2023. Jackie, is any of this ringing a bell?
No.
She didn't. Oopserals 2023 don't just keep your innerwear stained free and dry during a cleansing hose down. It actually lets you address your regrets by Oopseralsing your mistakes. So Brushy had his tuna helper all over his mouth, and he brought it himself from home because they didn't serve food at the bar, but it was all over him. And Dr. Limlamp said, let's try this out on this perfect opportunity. Science happens when these perfect opportunities present themselves. And Brushy having that tuna helper all over his face. Because eating for Brushy, as we talked, we got more personal. He would just talk about how sensual of an act it was for him. It was about touch and feel and his face. And a little sloppiness. In this timeline, when I bet sloppy farmer, mess mouth TikTok doesn't even exist. A napkin needed magazine never even happened.
I don't know what any of that is.
You don't even know what Sloppy Farmer magazine is?
No.
Okay, we've got to do something. We got to do something. If I had a Back to the Future photograph, I'd say Sloppy Farmer magazine fading out of existence.
They do time thing too. I remember them jumping around. Old, what's his name? The mean one. I like him.
So he put on the overalls, and she flipped a switch, and he went back. He saw himself bringing the thing, a Tupperware. He puts it in a jug because he likes to drink it. Makes it real watery. He seen him doing that. He knocked it out of his hand, and the mistake brushy was like, what? And then brushy come back. Now, the only thing was all these brushies that were from these altered, these mistake timeline brushies started showing up. So forgetful, selfish brushy that forgot to get his wife a card brushy went back in time, rectified that. Busted windshield brushy showed up. He parked by the ball game, got a softball through the windshield. There were just a bunch of brushies.
What?
There was a big bunch of brushies. They were a house painting crew. And we could knock a house out in a couple days because they eat sloppy, but they paint neat. But you don't want to be there for lunch. So they kept making little changes, but Brushy said, okay, these are great. The Oopseralls are great. Dr. Limlamp, thanks for these Oopseralls, but I really want to change my life in a major way. I want to be the most successful person to ever come from Murfreesboro. I'd forgotten all this too, Jackie. But what happened was all the Brushies got together and wrote a book of instructions, a big book of Brushy instructions, and they were going to go back in time and give it to baby Brushy.
What?
And it worked. They really, listen, if you want to figure out how to relive your life in a way that results in you ruling over a medium-sized southern city with an iron fist, get a bunch of time-displaced mistake versions of yourself to write an instruction manual. It's kind of easy if you think about it that way. We could make a fortune in the self-help market, except that, they're all in jail or dead. That's the catch.
Well, who he is?
God King Brushy imprisoned a bunch of Brushies. As far as I know, they're still alive, but I don't know. Helper Beard Brushy got away. The first mistake Brushy.
What?
He went back, and he's the one who told me about this. And he said, I got to find Dr. Limlamp. I got to find the pants. But of course, if you're God King Brushy, the first person you're going to do away with is Dr. Limlamp.
Dr. Lamb, what?
Dr. Limlamp was living on the lam and had to find Helper Beard Brushy, had to find Dr. Limlamp on the lam, and somehow he was able to get back in time to knock the baby Brushy book out of the hands of the Brushies when they give it to the baby, but it didn't work.
What?
God King Brushy's still here. Helper Beard Brushy, they nearly got him. The God King Brushy police almost nabbed Helper Beard Brushy, and he's trying to figure out him and Dr. Limlamp. They got Dr. Limlamp. They drug her down to the Brushy cell, and we're not sure what we're going to do next. But
I don't know what you're talking about. None of that makes any sense. If God King Brushy put anybody in Brushy cells, then they must have done something to deserve it. That's what he does. He oversees. He is all powerful. He knows what's best for each and every one of us. I don't know why you'd question that. I don't know who you're talking about, but if they come up against God King Brushy, they probably got what they deserve.
I just make sure you're not being followed.
What?
Or make sure nobody's listening to this conversation.
What do you mean everybody listening to this conversation? You do it, you put it on the computer. That's what people click on it and listen to it, don't they?
Not if we keep doing these sponsors.